To all of humanity, it's really a joy, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to be out here as usual in nature and bringing you this message of emancipation, this message that would set you free, because all I'm doing is pointing you to look inwardly to discover your identity, to be your divinity. That's the reason why I want to speak to you today concerning the magical checkbook and how you can use that magical checkbook in the time of crisis. As a matter of fact, everyone has a copy of that magical checkbook in their homes, but many do not know how to use it. And the reason why many do not know how to use this magical checkbook, that they can write themselves a check for how much they want, it is because that particular book of which I speak has been interpreted to them as if it is literal and as if it is secular history. Now, this book of which I speak, this book addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. This book is a book of mind science. It is not a religious book, but everybody believes that this book is a religious book. But I teach that this book is a book of science, mind science. It's a book of magic. I call it the magic book. I even made a video called the Book of Magic. Now, as I said before, everyone has a hold of this book. And every Saturday and every Sunday, you see people walking around with this book in their hand. But they do not understand this book, and so they do not know how to use this book. So in this time of crisis, when everyone is panicking, I am teaching you some of the secrets of how you're supposed to write yourself a check from this book, this magic book. Now, everything in this book, from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22, it's all a great psychological drama. It all have to do with the human psyche. So when you speak of a checkbook, and everyone's mentality is money and a bank account. But let us look at money and let us look at the bank. Money was for us an idea. It was for us a thought. It was for us imagine. A bank was for us an idea. It was for us a thought. It was for us imagine. And I teach that God is your own human imagination, which is the creator in man. And without him was not anything made that was made. For all things were made by him. And I teach that him is not a man 2,000 years ago. That him is a personification of your own human imagination. Therefore, my brother and my sisters, when you understand the power of this mental faculty that you're born with, plus the other mental faculties, like your will, your perception, your intuition, your reasoning, your memory, when you learn how to operate these faculties, having used your imagination, having used visualization, all you have to do is to understand the law of gestation, that everything will take a time and everything takes well, in other words, everything has a time and a season to bring forth. So, an egg might hatch in 21 days, but a sheep or goat might bring forth in months. And we all who have come and have this human experience, most likely 9 months, some 8. Some might have a premature birth, 7. But you get the idea I'm trying to bring across to you. Now, let me share some little secrets with you. It is said that one was fishing all day. And then there was another, the Christ. And remember, the disciples have to do with your thoughts, because a disciple is a follower, and what follow you wherever you go, it is your thoughts. Remember, the 12 disciples are the 12 powers of man, 12 qualities. Peter, being a hearer, to hear the voice of the Christ, your higher self, the higher state of consciousness, asking you the question, have you caught anything? Because you've been toiling all along. In this time of Great Depression, in this time of recession, in this time of a pandemic, and everyone is under fear energy. Because I'm using all of this to show you that we are always living in the now, that there's nothing new under the sun. And when the answer came, it was, you've been throwing the net on the wrong side. So now cast the net on the other side. Cast the net on your right side for a great catch. That's how you understand to write a check. Now when you understand Matthew 6:6, where it says that when you have a need or you have a desire and you need to use your checkbook to write yourself a check, that you must go in your secret place, not a place in your literal house that you live. This is the real house where the Father resides in secret. And the Father who lives in secret will hear you in secret. Therefore you don't speak audibly, you go into meditation. So when you have a desire, you go into true prayer, which is desire and meditation. And then you use your visualization. And a series of events will take place in your life. And your desire will be met. You will manifest that which you desire. That's how this checkbook of magic works. Let me share another one with you. It is said that thousands came to listen to the Christ. I was teaching you that there are thousands, millions, billions of people all around the world who have needs, who have desires. And when they tap in to their higher self, their Christ self, they will come to realize that there's a lad, there's a kid, there's a person right among them with 2 fishes and 5 loaves. You have 5 senses. And you have an inner man and an outer man, a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. And when you learn to use visualization, understanding that true prayer is desire and meditation, and you get into that inner conversation with the Father that is within, then He that is within, which is your higher self, will teach you how to break the bread and the fish, to teach you how you can provide for yourself and for many others. That's how you use this book, this checkbook of magic. Even when I speak a while ago about the fishes, in one text it told you that the amount of fishes was 153. 1 plus 5 plus 3, that is 9. Teaching you of the higher self. Teaching you that when you come to that place and this, you see the abundance. When it says in the scripture that you would beckon unto others to come to help you who are on the sea, fishing just like you. It is teaching you others who are out there, who want their desires to be met. You're going to provide employment for them. You're going to bring them into a place of affluence. I can even go in Acts chapter 3 and teach you one who was financially crippled and he couldn't stand on 2 feet. Well, love, John, and hearing Peter coming to the 9th hour, the hour of prayer, the hour of desire, and met this one having a desire and couldn't help himself because he was sick mentally. He was sick financially, socially, emotionally. In every way he was sick and he couldn't stand on his 2 feet financially. And it says that he asked. It is teaching you how to ask. How to ask in love. And how you must listen to the one that is within who want to speak to you. You must be a hearer and you must be a doer. And it is said that they say to him, silver and gold have I none, but such have I, give I thee. In the name of knowing your identity of who you are, that you are the power, you are the apparent power, you must rise up and walk. They put him in a place of affluence where now he can stand on 2 feet. It is teaching you that when you know how to activate this power, when you know how to use this power, when you know how to write yourself a check from this magical book, this magical checkbook, because it is your biography. It is your identity, which is your divinity. When you know how to operate that, then you will put others in a place of affluence. Just like what I'm doing here, bringing value to you. Saying to you, be strong in this hour. Believe in yourself. And use the magical checkbook that has been given to you. So with that, Mr. My brother, my sister, I could go on and on, but I want to bring it to a close here. I want to say to you, if what I'm saying to you, if it makes sense to you, if it is resonating with you, then it is for you. For it is said, it's only when the student is ready that the teacher would appear. I want to say to you, if you haven't subscribed already, I'm encouraging you to subscribe, to like, to share, or if you have a comment, drop me a comment. But I want to remind you before I go that this message I bring to you is the single eye. The single eye message of self-realization, of which Matthew 6:22 says that if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. Therefore, my brother, my sister, when you have the experience of this single eye, you will awake within yourself, and that single eye will awake within you, and you will have an awakened imagination, and then you will understand when it said in the Bible that you shall change from mortal to immortality in a twinkling of an eye. You will come to realize that that twinkling of an eye is an opening of an eye where you awake from the dream of life and come to realize that truly you are a spirit having a human experience. And that is why you come to know also that money is energy and that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And you will come to understand that the book that everyone has in their hand and thinking it is secular history, that they can write themselves a check because you get in touch with your magical self. That's the reason why I always give you the symbol of the single eye, saying to you, when you see this symbol on the US dollar, don't follow the masses and be conformed. Who's thinking it's some some evil organization symbol. No, it is the symbol of the God or the all-seeing eye of God within you that will awake within you. Therefore, my brother, my sister, when you have the experience, you come to realize that it is the rising of the S-U-N in a S-O-N, and that it is the dawning of a new day in your life. And that the sun, as in the S-U-N, parallels the human imagination parallels the sun. For without the sun, there is no life and there is no light. The sun is the giver of all life. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. Therefore, my brother, my sisters, my encouragement to you is to use your mind power, which is your solar power, your creative power, your God power, to achieve your every desire. So with that being said, I just want to say peace. Love you all. I'm out.